Hi everyone, this is Kenia J and I'm coming at you with another video. I do want to show you guys how to create this look here. It was inspired by Ariana Grande's Positions music video, and I did watch several videos myself to see how others created this look. I did go ahead and create my own version of that. So I was inspired by several people, but definitely by Ariana Grande, and I went ahead and I added my little Ariana Grande ponytail. Before I move on to the look, I do want to remind you guys to hit that subscribe button. I'll wait. Alright, so let's go ahead and move on with how I achieved this look. What's up everyone? It's been a little while. Definitely ready to post a video like this because it has been a hot minute. It's just, you know, 2020, it's really leaving with a bang for me. I don't know if it's just for me, but it's definitely leaving with a bang. So, however, I am very, very inspired to do the Ariana Grande's Positions makeup look. I did attempt to do this a couple months ago, or when, like around the time that the music video came out and she came out with that look and everything. So I did do it on myself, but I never recorded it or anything like that. It didn't come out exactly the same, but I can go ahead and attempt it again and film it. So that's what I'm going to be doing, and also just talking a little bit. So currently I'm not wearing anything on my face other than my sunscreen, and I'm using the Proactiv MD Daily Oil Control Moisturizer that looks like this. I am going to go ahead and list every product that I'm using down below, so just keep that in mind as well. For the most part, I'm going to be using the Juvia's Place Nubian palette, and I felt that it really does have most of the colors that I need to accomplish this look. The only thing that I don't like about this palette is that it doesn't have names on the shadows themselves, so I am gonna have to work with that a little bit. I'm gonna try to put something on the corner of the screen just showing the eyeshadows that I'm using for that particular part of the look. Before I keep talking and going on, let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna zoom you guys in. So I think that's pretty good of a shot. I'm gonna go ahead and start my eyes out with primer, and as per usual, I am using the Urban Decay's Eden Eye Primer. I don't really know about you guys, maybe everybody has a different opinion, but 2020 has definitely been a year that it's leaving with a bang, you know what I mean? It's making its presence known, and it will forever, at least in my life, it will be known as one of the worst years ever. Like, there's no making up for it. 2020 is by far the worst year of my adult life. It's crazy. It really, really is. Every single time I think 2020 does not, like, it won't get worse. It gets worse and worse, right? And I know that a lot of people are going through a lot of things as well, so I do try to remain positive, but I can't help but to acknowledge the fact that 2020 has definitely been the worst year of my life. It's definitely been hard, it's been a struggle, but you know what? I do want to just enjoy the holidays, go into 2021 being very optimistic, being very positive, hoping for the best and wishing for the best. I think that's really all that we can do, you know? I'm gonna go in with an angled brush. I'm just gonna dab on that shade there, and I'm gonna create an outline of where I want the colors to go. I'm gonna do it right above my crease, just so that when we do the makeup look, you're able to see the actual cut crease. What works best for me is to do this arch first. Don't try and connect anything yet. When you do the connection of the actual, you know, winged eyeshadow look, go ahead and go from the corner of your eye, bring it up, and then you're gonna go ahead and connect the eyeshadows. So one thing that I do want to say is that you do want the outlines to come out as even as possible. However, if they don't, you could just go back in and clean it with your primer. Once you do that, you know, you could go ahead and try a couple times. I did go ahead and clean this one up just a little bit, but we are going to go in with darker shades anyway. And honestly, it's not that serious. Like, makeup is supposed to be really fun. Do whatever works for you. Don't feel like you have to do it exactly like I'm doing it, or use the same color that I'm using. So now that we do have that outline, I'm going to go in with the same shade, except I'm going to be using a blending brush this time and blend out the tops. you want to go ahead and blend over the line that you created. So once it's blended, that's how mine looks like. So I'm going to go ahead and start out on the outer edge and then just bring everything inwards to create shadows in the inner corner. Okay, so once we have that blended out, we are going to go in with the final and darkest color of the palette. And since this is a lot more of a darker color, we do want to be very light-handed. I'm going to try to focus that color more on the outer part of the eye. I will admit that right now the look looks pretty crazy, but it will come together, I promise. It's kind of crazy because I have been getting so many interruptions during this video. Nobody wants me to actually film. I'm starting to take that as that, you know? Usually nobody ever really wants to talk to me, but today it's like messages, phone calls coming in hot. So before we go ahead and clean up the outline that we did, I want to go ahead and take a clean blending brush and actually just blend out all of the edges and just soften them up. So now I am going to go back in with my eyeshadow primer, and I'm going to go in with a more precise brush. We're going to recreate the outline that we did previously with the eyeshadow, but now we're going to be cleaning everything up. That's why I really like the Eden primer, because it does that very well, since it does have that pigmentation. And be really patient with this part and try to be as precise as you possibly can. Make sure that you really take your time when you're cleaning it up, just because you do want it to come out pretty cute and the pressure is on, you know, because you don't want to mess up the eyeshadow that you've created. So make sure that you take your time. I literally felt like I wasn't breathing while I was doing it. I'm going to go ahead and do this other eye and then we'll move on to the next step. Okay, so I am finally finished with cleaning up the edges of the eyeshadows. We are going to move on to the next part. For this part, I will not be using the Juvia's Place palette anymore. I tried finding a color that really looks like the one that she's wearing in the photo shoot. I am using the Naked Basics palette. So I'm going to go in with the color WOS, and it is a matte pink toned color. We're just going to go over the entire lid with that shade. And I am pretty much just packing it on. So yeah guys, today, I don't know what is up with today, but definitely a lot of people have been hitting me up, and especially while I'm filming. So I've been a little bit lazy to film, but now that I'm filming, it's like everybody wants to talk. And it's like, don't get me wrong, I like talking to people and everything, but right now I'm feeling good. It's just, you know, I'm filming, I'm trying to film. So I do want to go ahead and define some of the edges of the eyeshadow look. So I want to go in with the darkest shade that we worked with. So I'm going to go ahead and take that angled brush that we outlined with first. Take some of that color. Just very lightly start lining these edges here. And also blend them out as you go. I'm going to be doing the same for this edge here. I think that touch really makes your eyeshadow here pop. So I'm also going to do that same technique on the inside. There we go. And I'm going to do the same thing with this eye here. That is pretty much the look, at least for right now, because I am going to do like the rest of my face and stuff. So as I had mentioned before, the only thing that I'm wearing as of now is moisturizer. So I am going to be priming my face. I am going to be using the Stila One Step Primer. I just want to let the primer sink in a little bit and then go ahead and start with the foundation. I will be using the Tarte Rainforest with the C foundation. It's usually my go-to because I really want to finish it already. And the foundation is on. I am going to be using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer to conceal under my eyes and also some areas in my face that I feel need more coverage. So I mentioned this in a couple other videos, but I did have really bad hormonal breakouts. I don't even have to touch the pimple or anything. Just the fact that I got a pimple, it's going to leave hyperpigmentation on my skin. Yesterday, I was doing face masks with my mom. So I was telling her, you know, I'm like, yeah, like my acne is going away. I'm like so happy. I haven't been stressed as much anymore. I'm trying to relax, just kind of go with the flow of things, you know, not be worried over things that I can't control. I was telling her my biggest issue with breaking out is the fact that the pimple goes away and I still have a huge mark. So my mom was like saying, she's like, oh, I thought like that was still like active breakouts. And I was like, no, like I have no breakouts at the moment. And I'm like, no, those are literally just the hyperpigmentation that I get after getting as it, which is weird because I don't think my mom or my sister have that happen to them. And I don't even have to touch the pimple. Just the fact that it came out on my face is more than enough for it to leave a huge old mark and overstay its welcome, you know? But I've been doing pretty good with my skincare, so I'm really happy overall with everything regarding my skincare routine. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and set my face using the Fenty Beauty setting powder. I am gonna be moving on to bronzer, and I'm gonna be using my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. I've bought cream contouring products in the past. They just don't work for me. They never set. They slip and slide. I like hydration, but not if it's going to make my life impossible. I'm gonna go in with my blush now, and I'm gonna be using the Balm's Frat Boy blush. It's a very light, very pinky shade, and I really would like it for this look. I usually apply blush to the apples of my cheek, and this time I'm gonna be working the blush up. I'm gonna go ahead and work on my eyebrows now, and I will be using the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer. I'm not gonna fill them in entirely. I'm just kind of filling in the gaps right now. I'm gonna be going in with the Artisan Halos Brow Gel, and I'm gonna be combing my brows upwards. All right, so at this point of the look, I do need to just move it along and hurry up. So I am gonna go back in and finish up the eyes, and I'm gonna bring you guys in closer. I am just gonna go ahead and define this outer line here, and I am gonna blend the eyeshadow to my lower lash line. All right, so she does have quite a bit of black eyeliner on the top lash line, so for that I am going to be using my NYC eyeliner. All right guys, so I did just go ahead and do the eyeliner off camera. I didn't have the best experience, to be extremely honest, just because I was trying to rush. I had that happen to me where it's like it just gets thicker and thicker and thicker and thicker. So definitely don't rush, but I do have somewhere that I need to be, which is why I'm rushing. My dog has a vet appointment, so I do need to go and take her to that. So I just want to kind of hurry up. I didn't think that I would take as long as I have with this look, but it does require a lot of precision, so it does take a while. So in the meantime, while I'm waiting for my eyelashes to dry, I am going to go ahead and just highlight the inner corners of my eyes. And I'm using the Mary Luminizer by the Balm. It's pretty much my favorite highlighter at the moment, and I'm just going to be highlighting the inner corners. I'm also going to be highlighting my brow bone very slightly. So next I will be applying my lashes, and I am using the Cocoa Lashes Queen Bee. Okay, so now I will be applying some brown liner on the upper lash line, and this is just to help blend in the lashes. I don't use black because I feel like black is just a little bit too harsh for me. I prefer to just stick to browns or dark browns. I am also going to be using the Urban Decay Walk of Shame for the lower lash tight line. So next I'm going to be going in with my mascara, and I am using the Telescopic in Carbon Black. I will go ahead and just dust off the excess setting powder. So I am going to go in with setting spray now, and I'm going to be using the Milani Make It Last setting spray. Last step for the face will be highlighter, and again I am using the Mary Luminizer from the Balm. All right, so I did go ahead and put my hair down, and in order to complete the look, I'm just gonna put on this lovely lip duo from Kylie Cosmetics. It is, honestly, it's my favorite one. It's Candy K. The one that I feel would be the most similar to what she's wearing, so I'm gonna go ahead and apply that. And so that is how the lip looks. I really like it. It's really cute. I went ahead and just put a little bit of mascara in my bottom lashes again. And before I finish this look, everybody knows that no Ariana Grande look is complete without the high ponytail. So I'm going to go ahead and apply that off camera, and I will be right back. So this is the final look. Yeah guys, this is pretty much it. I applied the ponytail extension. I also went ahead and kind of fixed my bangs a little bit because girl, they need help. I really hope that you guys are able to recreate it and that you guys really like this video. Before I end it, I do want to say that, you know, it's definitely been a rough year. 2020 has been horrible for so many people, and I really hope that everybody can find some new light in 2021. I know that it's been tough. It's definitely been tough for me, and not just because of quarantine, but just because 2020 did not cease to amaze me. You know, like whenever I thought it was gonna stop, I was like there's more, you know? So I really hope that everybody has an amazing new year and you're able to enjoy it with your families and friends. Well, maybe not your friends because, you know, we are still quarantining, so. But I really hope that you all enjoyed this video, and I hope that you all have an amazing new year. Happy New Year to everybody that's seeing this in the new year. And, you know, let's make the best of 2021. Let's make 2021 the best year of our lives, and let's go all out, you know? Let's go all out. But with that being said, I do want to finish off this video, and like I said, Happy New Year, and I hope that you and your family stay safe. I will definitely see you all next time. So, bye!